Mhm. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us virtually right now. So first we wanted to thank you guys for such a good year and for treating us right. And secondly, we wanted to explain what's going on right now. So we are going to be showing all the speeches that the student body president candidates have done to replace the job of us.
Well, they'll attempt to be us. First up, we have Alex Provost and Lily Munkar.
Good afternoon, CVU.
My name is Lily Munkar.
And my name is Alex Provost, and we are both beyond excited to have this opportunity to run as your student body co-presidents.
About a year ago, June 6, 2021 to be exact, Alex and I made the commitment to run together to be your student body co-presidents. I remember it like it was yesterday. We were driving in the RAV talking about our plans for junior year as our sophomore year had just come to a close. Quickly, we realized that we shared the same aspirations to improve and change CVU. At that moment, we knew we had to run together.
Getting to know Lily the past 4 years, I've gotten to see firsthand her commitment and effort into anything she does. Lily told me how she wanted to join student council during our ride in the RAV and how she seeked an understanding of how we could actually change things here at CVU. Her engagement in our student council not only gave her great experience, but also proved her desire and commitment into changing CVU for the better.
Alex is one of the most social and personable people I know. This will make him a great co-president because he can connect with all of his peers and his faculty. As captain of the varsity basketball team, he has the social-emotional people skills, the responsibility, and the ability to organize with all kinds of different people.
Between Lily and I's own ideas and all the suggestions from you guys last week at our lunch table, we are excited to potentially be in a position to implement these ideas. Our first idea is to change the parking situation. Whether this means changing the prices for parking, tickets, and booths, or increasing the amount of parking, or possibly adding another entrance, we would love to make a change in some way.
Our next idea is to continue with the seasonal rallies, but make them more inclusive. We would like to have the JV teams and clubs do dances in addition to the varsity sports teams. We understand that in the past, the only way you could be in rally is if you were on a varsity sports team, and we realize that's not everyone here at CVU. We feel that this wasn't a fair representation of everyone, and by doing this, it will make CVU more inclusive and build school spirit in a better way.
Our next idea is new for everyone in this school. RISE. RISE last took place in 2019, making our seniors that are preparing to graduate the last people to have experienced this. RISE typically occurs during the last couple weeks of school and integrates all ages and gives us students choices in classes we take. We look to create courses that appeal to all interests and hobbies of students here at CVU and have the last few weeks of school here be a beacon to look forward to connect, engage, and enjoy time with the people that surround you every day.
Our next idea is our biggest and my personal favorite, to make a homecoming dance. This will be a formal dance with all grades in the fall. We understand that as an underclassman, you get one dance a year, which is winter ball, which you have to wait all the way until March to have. And due to COVID, we all have been lacking or have had no school dances at all. Also, most Vermont schools all have homecomings. We feel this would be a great way to build community and school spirit in a safe, fun way.
As co-presidents, Lily and I look to continue events that represent traditions and our school spirit, along with expanding to ensure inclusion throughout all of our CVU community. Thank you, CVU.
Wow, nicely done. Next up, we have Kyle Tivnan and Asa Roberts.
Hello, CVU. We are your aspiring co-presidents, Asa Roberts and Kyle Tivnan. We can't thank you enough for your engagement over these past couple weeks. Now, we would like to give you some more insight on what we will do to make your time at CVU as engaging and fulfilling as possible. To start, one of our fundamental goals is to provide a platform where all individuals at CVU feel safe to share their opinions, ideas, and suggestions.
We realize that part of being a CVU student body president is bringing big new ideas to CVU, and many of our competitors have done just that. But something you might not realize is there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that shapes our school. We want you to know that we will be in these meetings embodying the CVU student body voice so you don't have to. For example, ASA is in the Curriculum Clearinghouse Committee, which works to revise existing classes and propose new courses. ASA is also a member of the Student Council, where he specializes in bridging the gap between the administration of our school and the student voice. Through his work with this committee, ASA has dedicated himself to the understanding that every student at CVU has valuable ideas that must be shared and must be heard to promote a well-rounded and well-represented community.
Our next objective is to further connections within our community. Kyle has already begun his work on this by founding the CVU Spikeball Club, a club with 50+ members per session where all CVU students are welcome to enjoy time outside and form positive connections through physical activity. However, this is just the start of what we will do to strengthen the bonds and relationships at our school.
While it's easy for us to simply just state these lofty goals we have for the future, you deserve action. We started with the Red Hawk ride following prom, which safely transported CVU students home, no questions asked. But what's next? We recognize how important mental health is, which is why during our presidency, we will create a season ticket service in collaboration with Project Hopner to increase support for CVU events as well as raise money and awareness for mental health and teen suicide.
Next, we will hold fireside chats on a regular basis, where we will invite faculty and members of the student bodies to join us and share their ideas. Our goal is to provide a platform for students and staff to give their input on what they see in the community and what they would like changed. We will then meet with administration regularly in hopes of creating the optimal learning environment at CVU.
Thank you all for your support and for taking the time out of your day to hear our plans for the future. If we are elected, we will ensure that the 2022-2023 school year will be chock full of unity, student representation, and opportunities for success and fulfillment for the entire CVU student body. I'm Kyle Tivnan.
And I'm Asa Roberts, and we'd be honored to receive your vote for Student Body President. Thank you.
Excellent work, guys. Next up, we have Riley Erdman and Nora Munn.
Hello, fellow Red Hawks. We have one question for you. What do you want from the CVU community that will spark motivation for you to want to come to school? One of our goals in running is to change your have-tos into want-tos. We want to help in any way we can to make school not something you dread, but rather look forward to. That starts with making CVU a more welcoming and inclusive community. But before we get into that, we should probably introduce ourselves.
For those of you who don't know us, I'm Nora Munn.
And I'm Riley Erdman.
Riley was the assistant captain of the hockey team, and I was the captain of the soccer team. In addition, I help lead Creating Stronger Community and Cancer Awareness Club. Riley and I have been friends for over 10 years. We grew up together in Williston. By playing soccer, participating in chorus, band, and musicals, we learned to have fun and bring light to all sorts of situations. We both can be very loud, sometimes too loud, and bold about the things that we're passionate about. We like to voice our opinions and concerns because we know how important it is to have a voice. However, we understand that not everyone feels as comfortable as sharing or speaking up, and for that reason, we're standing up here before you. We want to use our platform as co-presidents to make even the smallest voices heard. We want to establish connections and ways for anyone to feel comfortable speaking their mind. It's a value we share that we want to be relatable and open to our student body, in hopes to be seen as more approachable and encourage the voices of our peers. For too long, it feels like only a small group has had a voice in this school, but that's about to change. We want to spread our celebrations and appreciations for other activities and communities within our school. Riley and I have both grown up in the arts, and even though we don't participate as much anymore, we still understand what it's like to feel your accomplishments aren't as celebrated by the wider CVU community. After 3 years as Red Hawks, we want to expand on what is already in place and bring new ideas to our community. But not just our ideas, everyone's ideas. We are here for you and to speak for you. We aim to build a welcoming community similar to the one we remember from our childhood.
We want to be the voice and the role models at our school as your co-presidents. Our goal is to be those friendly and welcoming faces you see in the hallway, not something you fear or are intimidated by. Inclusivity is one of our main priorities, not as presidents, but as people. We think it's about time to knock the stigma around having 2 girl co-presidents. We're here to make a change, and that starts by breaking the cycle of not having girls in power. And only with your help can we make that happen. But you might be thinking, what do you mean by inclusiveness? How can we include everyone? Well, I'm sure everyone here has felt left out, or like they don't belong at least once in their life. And that's not a great feeling. I'm sure it hurts a lot. Me and Nora have felt it quite a bit. But by voting for us, we can make sure that feeling will cease to exist. We are going to make sure everyone's passions feel not only important and respected, but also appreciated and wanted.
And here's how we're going to do that. Further recognition for our school's art programs. We want to create a spring rally week to accompany rally like in the fall. In addition, make a more inclusive spring and fall rally with unified sports teams, theater, and band students. And by popular demand, bring back creamies to our cafeteria. And along with that, bring back class versus class winter carnival.
Our hopes are that these goals will establish a more embracing community that not only increases the desire to want to come to school, but also enjoy your time here. Despite school being a necessary thing, it doesn't have to be your enemy. We can work with you to make this happen and to make this a more safe and an open environment.
So we could go on and on about our mission and why we care, but actions speak louder than words. Give us a platform where we can create and follow through with real changes. With your help as a community, we can make CVU a more rounded school that attracts all demographics, not just the popular ones. We hear you, CVU, and we want to make your voices heard.
Nicely done, ladies. Lastly, we have Max Destito and Evan Staton.
Hello, my name is Max Destito.
And my name is Evan Staton. We are running to be your 2022-2023 student body co-presidents. Quarantine has had a massive burden on all of us. My 9th grade year was cut short, and my 10th grade year was hybrid. This year has felt like the only normal year of high school. However, that strong sense of CVU community just wasn't there as much as it was my 9th grade year. And to help preserve that sense of community and bring it back, we want to keep doing some of the traditional CVU events, and we want to bring back some of the old ones that some of the underclassmen haven't had the chance to experience yet, like Winter Carnival and the 3v3 basketball tournament.
We also want to introduce new events to CVU. In spring, having lawn game events like spike ball or cornhole tournaments. We understand that our community is made up of a diverse group of interests and people. This is why we're also starting the CVU Art Contest, where we will hang up student-made art in the cafeteria for the whole school to enjoy and vote on. We also want to introduce Battle of the Bands. We will have student-led bands play live during lunch blocks.
Knowing Max for as long as I have, I've really seen him develop as a role model and leader at our school. He is a 3-sport varsity athlete, and he takes a leadership role in all of these sports. He always encourages others to be the best version of themselves. As a leader of Bring Change to Mind, he's opened up my mind and many others' minds about the struggles people face with mental illness on a daily basis. Max is a very compassionate person, treating everyone he meets as a friend, and this trait really made me know that he would be the perfect candidate for a co-president.
I've known Evan since my 9th grade year. Over the years, he's continually shown his genuine friendliness to everyone, and that he is an exemplary leader in all his walks of life. Evan is a heavily involved member of our community, with over 100 hours of volunteering with Special Olympics, as well as taking part in our unified sports program. Evan has proven time and time again his passion for our community. He's always looking for ways to improve and give back. Being a leader of creating a stronger community, Evan has shown these traits throughout the years and throughout his time at CVU. I'm confident that he will continue to show these leadership traits if elected.
We personally think that C3 is an amazing thing that this school offers. Clubs are a great way to get our community connected and involved. With an abundance of clubs, there's a fit for almost everyone. We also know that all of these clubs have the abilities to do great things for our school and community. A goal of our presidency is to connect with clubs and help turn ideas into action as a way to unite our school and community. Max and I have already connected our presidency to a club by reaching out to Cancer Awareness Club and figuring out different ways to get their reach stronger than just inside our school.
Lastly, we'd like to mention some campaign promises that we've built off our own CVU experiences. First off, we'd like to change the parking policy. We have many ideas around this, including ideas like a one-time shuttle at 8:35 to bring people down from J Lot and Church Lot. We would also like to reintroduce our creaming machine in the cafeteria. If anyone has any questions about who we are and what our goals are, please feel free to reach out through our Instagram at Destito-Staten 2022 before you vote. Vote for Evan and Max.
Thank you all.
That's it for today's speeches. Voting is now open in your emails. Make sure to choose carefully because you could end up with presidents like us. Lastly,
Roll Hawks!